Good morning, everyone. Welcome to Spring Convocation 2026. My name is Julian Demke. I'm the University Secretary for the University of Saskatchewan. Convocation is really one of the most uplifting and positive experiences at the university, and it really is my distinct honor and pleasure to assist with these ceremonies today. As we begin today, I want to acknowledge that we hold these ceremonies on Treaty 6 territory and the traditional homeland of the Métis. We pay our respect to the First Nations and Métis ancestors of this place, and we take this special opportunity to reaffirm our relationship with one another and the land we share. As an example of this relationship, Indigenous symbols have been woven into our convocation ceremonies, and I wanted to be sure to draw special attention to them today. The honor song and our drum group represent the people of our First Nation, recognizing that the drum is the heartbeat of the Mother Earth and guides all of our journeys. And the Métis National Anthem represents our recognition of the Métis people of this land and their contributions to where we are today. And most importantly, and you'll see this to my left, is the Eagle Staff. The Eagle Staff indicates a band of people, much like a flag or a coat of arms, and the staff has been created uniquely for the University of Saskatchewan. It's an inclusive symbol recognizing our commitment to reconciliation. I would ask that everyone please stand as you are able for the honor song and the arrival of the Chancellor's platform and our graduates.
Yeah!
Thank you to the Whitefish Juniors for performing today's graduate entry song and welcoming our 400 grads here today. I now ask you to remain standing for the instrumental version of O Canada, and I'll invite you to sing along in the language of your choice. This will be followed by the Métis National Anthem, sung by vocalist Brandy Tarrant.
In the forest, on the river, and across the western plain, as the white man journeyed westward to the land of the Indian, a new race was created, a new nation rose up strong. Hardship as its destiny, and its curse to not belong. In the land from which they came, in the land they helped to build, they found themselves the alien, found their vision unfulfilled. And despite their valiant effort to defend what they believed, when at last the battle ended, they were only left to grieve. We are proud to be Métis, watch our nation rise again. Never more forgotten people, we're the true Canadian. For the newest generation and the future ones to come, with the past to motivate us, it will help to keep us strong. As we build the Métis Nation, as we watch it rise again, our past loss is motivation to inspire our future gain. We are proud to be Métis, watch our nation rise again. Never more forgotten people, we're the true Canadian. We are proud to be Métis, watch our nation rise again. Never more forgotten people, we're the true Canadian. Kiss merci.
Thank you, Brandy. You may be seated. Well, once again, everybody, graduates, distinguished guests, family members, welcome. Today I have the honor of introducing to you the members of the platform party that you see before you. I will begin with the front row on my left, your right, and I would ask for those to stand as they are able. We have a number of MLAs with us today, starting with Betty Nippy Albright, Nathaniel Teed, Hugh Gordon, Colleen Young. Adam McInnes, a representative from the Métis Nation of Saskatchewan. Norman Fleury, Elder. Roland Duquette, Elder. Murad Al-Khatib, honorary degree recipient today. Scott Banda, Chancellor. Vince Bruni-Basio, President and Vice Chancellor. Patty McDougall, Interim Provost and Vice President, Academic. Martin Phillipson, Dean, College of Law. I don't know how much you paid them to do that, Martin, but. Keith Willoughby, Dean, Edwards School of Business. Oh, man, okay. Deidre Henna, Chief Financial Officer. Kim Kroll-Goodwin, Interim Vice President, University Relations. Baljit Singh, Vice President, Research. Maureen Barassa, Associate Dean, Edwards School of Business. Ibaranki Odomosu Ayanu, Associate Dean, College of Law. It's a rowdy group today. Salome Reese, Acting University Registrar in our second row. Marjorie Delbar, Interim Vice Provost, Students and Learning. Our orators for today, Terry Bedard, Fiona Opoku-Mensah, Ken Howland, and Charlene Brown. Nancy Turner, Interim Associate Provost, Teaching, Innovation, and Strategic Initiatives. Amaranta Sokol, Interim Vice Provost, Indigenous Engagement. Karen Stewart, a member of our Board of Governors. Karina Stevenson, our Vice Chair for the Board of Governors. Tamara Buchwald, USask Senator. Ashley Mendez-Rosales, representative from the University of Saskatchewan Students' Union. Shelley Lowe, Executive in Residence at Edwards School of Business. Sorry, Shelley, the other way. Mary Beasley, University of Saskatchewan Retirees Association. Debbie Burston, Dean, College of Graduate and Postdoctoral Studies. And Gerald Farthing, Associate Dean, St. Thomas More College. And behind them, I would ask them to stand, members of the faculty of the University of Saskatchewan. Yes, please join me in expressing thank you to all these members for helping our students today. All right, to address this rowdy crowd, I'd like to invite our President and Vice Chancellor, Vince Bruni-Basio, to the podium to address the graduates.
Thanks. Thank you. Rowdy crowd, for sure. Good morning, everyone. It's an honor to be here. This is my first week of Convocation, celebrating as President and Vice Chancellor of the University of Saskatchewan. Before I go forward, I just want to thank a few people myself. I want to thank the team of people who planned and are running this for us today and making sure we're safe. Thank you to our Chancellor, Scott Banda, for his mentorship and mentorship of me and leadership of this Convocation celebration. We have our elders, knowledge keepers, and wise ones with us. We thank them for their continued guidance as we move forward. I want to say a special thank to our USask University of Saskatchewan board members, Corinna Stevenson, Karen Stewart, and Senate member Tamara Buchwald. We also have Shelley Lowe, my friend and executive resident from the Edwards School of Business here. Thank you to the senior leaders that are with us. I keep saying it's your clarity, collaboration, and leadership that guides this university with purpose. And thank you to the faculty and staff joining us today. It's your hard work and your commitment that keeps this ship running the way it does. Our MLAs, Colleen Young and Nathaniel Teed, Hugh Gordon, Betty Nippy Albright, thank you for coming. And of course, our honorary degree recipient, Murad Al-Khatib. Wonderful to see you on this stage, Murad. It's just a wonderful thing. He's a celebrated entrepreneur from Saskatchewan who turned his company startup into a $1 billion global plant-based protein company. He's a truly remarkable individual. The first time I met him, we were doing governance training together in ICD, governance training. And when he stepped in the room in one of our simulations, it was clear to me that a truly brilliant human being was farther ahead than all of us had stepped into the room. His decision-making was far beyond anything that I had ever seen. So just excited to have him celebrated, and you'll hear more from him shortly. So on Monday, as I took part in this installation ceremony, I was very excited because they gave me this cool robe. I was a little disappointed that I don't get to keep it, but I get to wear it for a while. The oath I took under the Lieutenant Governor is more of a symbolic gesture. It's more than a symbolic gesture. It's a promise from myself to this institution and community. The oath includes two commitments: to uphold the responsibilities of this office and to protect the rights and well-beings of the university and its members. And to me, this means establishing a clear mission, ensuring USask is contributing positively to society, and ensuring that we are taking care of the people who live, work, and study here. So in essence, it means that how we do things is as important as what we're striving to achieve. With this in mind, we're working together to develop our next strategic plan, University 2035. The new strategic plan will include a bold mission for this university, and it will be developed by listening to the voices and needs of students, faculty, staff, donors, industry partners, and government partners. We value listening to these voices because these are the voices of our USask community. And it's my personal belief that the strong community we have at this university and across the province offers us an advantage to achieve great things. After all, it's through community that we create safe spaces, and it's through community that we empower people to accomplish high goals. I first learned of the importance of community growing up in Jasper, Alberta. My parents were newcomers from Italy, and community was how they survived and how they thrived. Of course, life was simpler then. There was no texting, no Facebook, no Instagram. Can you imagine that, graduates? No Instagram. And worse, no TikTok, which I've understood to be worse. And just an aside on the TikTok video, you know, our Vice President Research, Baljit Singh, is well known for his ability to take selfies. Later on I would, yes. And he came to me yesterday, and he's so good at it, he said, you know, I think you and I should do a TikTok video together. I think he can make that happen. It took me all day to talk to him about why we shouldn't do that. And if you see us doing that, please stop us. Community was built by showing up, sharing meals, walking together, and talking face to face. My grandparents' home was at the center of that world. And at any moment, a dozen people might be gathered around their table, sharing a meal and telling stories or simply stopping in to connect. It's because of these experiences that community is important to me, and it's why I believe community is a strength. And through these experiences, I've also learned that community is built intentionally, through care, honesty, showing up for one another. So this week, as we celebrate graduates from different colleges and schools, we are also honoring the strengths of this USask community and its importance to our future. As part of our community, today we celebrate graduates from the Edwards School of Business and the College of Law. Edwards prepares graduates to lead organizations with integrity and think strategically. It's my home college, by the way, so I can vouch for that. Its teaching emphasizes experiential learning, entrepreneurship, analytics, and responsible management. Its researchers are leading conversations in our understanding of organizational dynamics, leadership, governance, marketing, finance, accounting, operations management, and the impacts of disruptions like AI on organizations. The College of Law is one of Canada's oldest law schools and a leader in legal education and community engagement. Its teaching spans constitutional law, Indigenous legal traditions, business law, and dispute resolution. And its research advances justice, reconciliation, and the legal foundations that support strong communities. Together, this school and college advance professional excellence at our university and help build more resilient organizations and communities. I'm honored to celebrate Convocation with you all, and I want to thank Dean Keith Willoughby and Dean Martin Phillip for their leadership of the college and school. Thank you. Now, graduates, we are here to celebrate you. We celebrate your accomplishments and your perseverance. We also celebrate that you're part of our USask community. And as I said before, that's important to us, so for that reason, we're grateful that you chose the University of Saskatchewan to be your academic home. As we celebrate today, we acknowledge the care and commitment from your families, friends, mentors, and loved ones that have supported you in getting here. No one arrives at Convocation without guidance and support from others. So let's take a moment to give a round of applause to your supporters. Graduates, I would be remiss if I didn't point out that you're graduating during interesting and uncertain times. As we navigate a rapidly changing landscape in technology, politics, economics, and public expectations, I want you to know that USask remains strong in its identity and its mission to face these complexities. Our strength is shown through the fact that we have students from 130 countries attending here, and our enrollment is 27,000. Each year, we graduate 4,500 students, and 70% of them decide to stay and work in Saskatchewan, which shows they love this university and they love this province, and they're strong enough to go through the winter, so that's important as well. By the end of this week, 4,000 of those 4,500 will have graduated. We're also a world-class university with wide-ranging areas of expertise derived in part from our connection to Saskatchewan. Being in Saskatchewan allows us to complete work that cannot be done anywhere else in the world: agriculture and food production, water stewardship, energy, Indigenous sovereignty and rights relations, access to health care, vaccine development, and climate resilience. These are all areas that we get to work on as part of being in Saskatchewan. Our strong partnership with leading international companies in Saskatchewan means our students gain experience from organizations that are shaping the future of this country and world, and our researchers are able to pursue innovations with global reach. USask also has strong relationships with community organizations, not-for-profits, and Saskatchewan's arts sector. We also strive to be a place where all people are welcome. Through our Indigenous-led strategy, the first of its kind at the Canadian University, gifted to us by our elders in 2 languages, Opahutan, which is Cree and Mischief, we are committed to advancing Indigenous knowledge, supporting truth and reconciliation, and working alongside communities in meaningful and sustained ways. We're also committed to ensuring that members of the 2SL LGBTQIA+ community, people of color, people with disabilities and accessibility needs, and individuals with diverse backgrounds fully feel they are part of this university. So as a new alumni, you can be proud of the strength and stability of this university and what it has accomplished in these uncertain times. And as we celebrate your accomplishments, we know the world needs your leadership now and your resolve to making a difference. It's your voices now that will address the challenges we face today by shaping the organizations you join and the communities you serve. And as you complete this work, it's important to remember that your degree is more than a credential. It represents years of learning, questioning, discovering, and growing. It shows your ability to think critically, to adapt, and to engage with complexity. It also reflects skills grounded in the spirit of this province, skills we need now more than ever. Your degree is, in fact, a promise to this world. You see, one of the things I've learned as president is that USask graduates are well known across the globe for their work ethic, their leadership, and their courage. Employers have spoken openly to me about the reputation of our graduates and how they work well with others, how they navigate uncertainty, and how they bring their full selves to the challenges at hand. Their reputation is not only about the skills of our graduates, but it's also about the strengths and values they carry from this university and this province. So when you cross the stage today, you will join 180,000 alumni across Saskatchewan, Canada, and the globe who exemplify what education can make possible. And as you leave here today, I want you to know the University of Saskatchewan is with you, because as I stated earlier, the University of Saskatchewan is not just a university, it is a community, and you are part of it. This community does not end when you leave this stage. You will always have a place here. And we will always be connected to the professors who taught you and the students who learned alongside you. And I can say that honestly, having taught more than 1,000 students in my career, I feel connected to each one of them when I see them. We see evidence of our community focus by the many USask alumni who support our Husky athletes from across the globe. And I encourage you to do that as well as you go forward, to stay connected to our Husky athletes. So graduates, what I really want to say to you is, despite the challenges our society faces, I'm filled with hope because of you. I know your time at the university has provided you with important skills grounded in real experience and real relationships. I'm confident with what you've learned from professors who care deeply about your success, many of them sitting on the stage today, from peers who challenged and inspired you, and from experiences in and beyond your classroom. I'm also confident in you, in your values, and who you are as human beings. And I know whatever path you take, you will take the character of this university with you, a character shaped by hard work, collaboration, generosity, and a belief that we are stronger when we work together. So I encourage you to step forward with confidence, again, knowing you are part of this community and we are here for you. And in those moments of doubt, which can happen to all of us, remember the University of Saskatchewan is proud of you. We believe in you, and we cannot wait to see the impact you will have. And if you ever want to come back, we'll always be here waiting for you, and the lineups at Tim Hortons and Starbucks will also be here waiting for you. Honestly, thank you and enjoy this moment. You've earned it.
Thank you, President Bernie Basio. Each convocation period, the University of Saskatchewan Senate selects individuals to receive the highest honor our institution can bestow, an honorary degree. I'd like to call upon Keith Willoughby, Dean, Edward School of Business, to introduce this ceremony's recipient, Murad Al-Khatib.
Eminent Chancellor, on behalf of the Senate, I present to you Murad Al-Khatib. Some alumni impact a neighborhood, others transform a nation. And then there's Murad Al-Khatib, an alumnus who has changed the world. Murad Al-Khatib is a distinguished Saskatchewan entrepreneur, community builder, and a 1994 University of Saskatchewan BCom graduate. As the founder, president, and CEO of AGT Foods, Al-Khatib has played a key role in advancing the province's agriculture sector. He has transformed a Saskatchewan startup into the world's largest value-added lentil and pea processor and exporter, with a network of over 40 manufacturing facilities across 5 continents. His work has strengthened connections between prairie producers and global markets, while positioning Canada as an innovator in plant-based food production. But beyond his phenomenal business success, Al-Khatib is widely recognized for his commitment to community. In 2017, Murad became the first Canadian to receive the Oslo Business for Peace Award. Why did he receive this honor? Because of his inspirational efforts to provide hundreds of millions of meals to refugees and displaced people through collaborations with the United Nations World Food Programme and the International Red Cross and Red Crescent movement. Al-Khatib remains committed to the University of Saskatchewan, serving on the Edward School of Business Dean's Advisory Council, supporting key events and speaking to student groups. A business developed in a Davidson, Saskatchewan basement. Provincial agriculture addressing local and global food security needs. USask alumni demonstrating that passion and persistence are the pathway to prominence. If we aspire to be the university the world needs, then Murad Al-Khatib can show us the way. Eminent Chancellor, I present to you Murad Al-Khatib and ask that you will confer on him the degree of Doctors of Laws, honoris causa.
By virtue of the authority we'll do it right away. By virtue of the authority vested in me by the legislature of the province and with the consent of the Senate of this university, I admit you to the degree of Doctor of Laws, honoris causa, and invest in you all the powers, rights, and privileges pertaining thereto.
Make sure to get the pictures. Absolutely. Well, it is my pleasure now to call upon Dr. Al-Khatib to the podium for his remarks.
Thank you, Chancellor, Mr. President, honored guests. You know, I feel very privileged today. We have the business graduates and the law graduates, and I love the fact that this is an honorary doctorate of laws, because now I get to tell all the lawyers I pay around the world that I also kind of have something that they have to listen to now. So there you go. So, you know, I think I wanted to just start by saying to all of you, I'm just a small town kid from Davidson, Saskatchewan, you know, born and raised, and I think that that's something that, you know, I want you all to know. I'm a proud first-generation Canadian. My parents immigrated from Turkey. I wish they were here with us today, I went to visit their gravesite yesterday to tell them that this was happening and that they would be very proud. So I thought I was done with school and graduation, except to sit in the audience as a proud parent to watch my kids get their degrees. But I can tell you something. I wish I was in your seat today. It was a long time ago for me, 30 years ago, that I remember the excitement and nervousness of all you face as you embark on the next chapter of your journey. Whether you continue in academia with the next degree, enter the workforce in government or in the private sector, or in the not-for-profit sector, or if you act as an entrepreneur, the next stage of your life will bring great happiness, great unhappiness, frustration, but ultimately reward. I want you to always believe in your ultimate destiny, and I want you to be bold in the way that you think. I want you to do the unthinkable. I want you to write history. I never imagined, as I sat drinking my coffee at the round table on the first floor of the Commerce Building, where I met my lovely wife, Michelle, that I would be having an impact on millions of lives throughout the world for the work that we do in food security, employing and taking care of 5,000 families in 5 continents in a business. But it happened. Steve Jobs said, "Don't waste your limited time living someone else's life. Don't let the noise of others' opinions drown out your own inner voice. And most important, have the courage to follow your heart and your intuition. They somehow already know what you truly want to become. Everything else is secondary." The word hope came from our president today, and the word hope came to my mind as I wrote these remarks for you today. I want you to realize that success is not final and failure is not forever. Learn from each. In this digital age, I want to remind you, relationships still matter. Your degree is the demonstration you finished something. Your studies, personal growth, skills, and relationships formed here at school and beyond are what will propel your career forward. Virtual does not take the place of face-to-face. In the age of AI, I want you to practice what some call authentic intelligence, what I would call the real AI. Common sense, compassion, empathy, and creativity. These are the attributes that still move mountains in the world. I want you to shift your focus to lifelong curiosity. You don't need to learn this because the prof said it's going to be on the exam. Learn by asking the right questions. Embrace your passion. Learn driven by your thirst for knowledge and a genuine interest for what you don't know. One thought I want to leave you with is about social conscience. This is something you'll continue to develop as you embark on various paths you'll take in your life after school. I want to remind you all that in the next few decades, with a world population expected at 10 billion people, we have to produce as much food as the world has produced in the last 10,000 years of civilization. So just digest that. The next 40 years forward, the same amount of food as the last 10,000 years. So this is, what keeps me awake at night. This is all in an environment of environmental change, scarcity in water, reduction of arable land, and a changing geopolitical landscape. I want to remind you, Saskatchewan has what the world needs. That's agri-products, potash, uranium, technology and innovation. Energy security and food security are paramount concerns for every society and every government around the world. And our university will be what Saskatchewan needs to bring what Saskatchewan has to the world. Social conscience is a cornerstone of life in an increasingly connected global world. It's an expectation in business today, and it should be central to the culture and strategy of how you live your life and how you have a business career in whatever you do decide to do. There's much to be said about social entrepreneurship, but I don't believe that social entrepreneurship exists. I believe that only entrepreneurship or business or life with social purpose exists. Social purpose is no longer optional, it's essential. And consumers and stakeholders, your employees, people who have counting on your company are actually driving that purpose. Consumers are driving it by the way they buy and spend their hard-earned dollars. And compassionate entrepreneurism is a principle, is a philosophy of something that I strongly believe in. It means to use investment in private enterprise to solve societal problems and create entrepreneurial opportunity at the same time. You know, when we talk about feeding millions of refugee meals with the United Nations World Food Program and the International Red Cross Red Crescent, I want to remind you that that is not philanthropy. That is the alignment of profit and purpose. And when you can do that effectively, you have an unlimited license to do good in the world. Your shareholders are happy, your employees are being paid, and you're contributing to jobs, wealth, and prosperity in our nation. You're finishing your education in a marketplace of ideas. It's time to take these ideas and put them into practice. It's an honor to be bestowed with this honorary doctorate of laws by my alma mater. I've received many awards around the world, and very few mean what this means to me today. I look back at the amazing work that many of my friends and colleagues have achieved as a part of the university. The work of the Crop Development Center, the work of people like Dr. Bert Vandenberg, Dr. Tom Workington in lentils and peas were foundational research that helped to shape my career. The work of the Global Food Security Institute, the work of my business school with the support of my friend Murray Edwards. And for those of you from the Edwards School of Business, I have the great pleasure to say Murray Edwards was the lead investor on 2 of my IPOs, right? So that shows you that, again, you know, I can tell you, I walked in out of this institution, I went down to the US, I did an MBA, and I kicked those kids from Harvard's butts when I went down there, right? I'm proud to forever have this honor, and I'll work hard to uphold the values and the hope that I know we'll achieve in our great province. I want to end my remarks by saying, I wish prosperity and success on each one of you, and I wish prosperity and success on the great nation of Canada and the great province of Saskatchewan. Thank you.
Thank you, Dr. El-Khatib, for those wonderful remarks. Greatly appreciated. Eminent Chancellor, President and Vice Chancellor, members of the University Senate and Board of Governors, I present to you the petition of the Council of this university that the candidates be named, having fulfilled all the requirements of the bylaws, may, with your permission, be admitted to the degrees, diplomas, and certificates to which they are entitled.
By virtue of the authority vested in me by the legislature of this province, and with the consent of the council of this university, I consent to admit you to the degrees, diplomas, and certificates to which you are entitled, and to vest you with all the powers, rights, and privileges pertaining thereto.
So I would ask that the graduates in the front row on my left please rise and approach the platform as directed by the ambassadors. And as you make your way forward, I'll let you and everybody here know how the conferring of degrees will unfold today. As you enter the stage, please stop and face the audience as your academic hood will be placed over your shoulders. Once you have been hooded, please proceed to the first podium and stop as the orator will present you by your name. Once concluded, please make your way towards the Chancellor and be sure to stop and turn to face the Chancellor, as he is the one who actually admits you and grants you your degree. You may then shake hands with the President, and then we ask you to continue across the platform to be greeted by the Dean or representative of your college, and then you'll receive your parchment from them. You will then be directed backstage, where our convocation team will usher you through, and then back to your seat to allow you to celebrate your fellow students today. So with that, let us begin.
Eminent Chancellor, on behalf of the faculty of the Edwards School of Business, I present to you these scholars and ask that you will confer on them the Certificate in Business. I present to you Muhammad Amjad Ahmed Chowdhury, Rajan Alora Fullerton, Eliza DeSoyo Gonzalez, Eldar Nigel Judge, Jennifer Marie LePage, Dieudonné Cyril George Mewis, Chantel Jacqueline Mullen, Emma Margaret Strauss, Siobhan Aaron Sullivan, Rain Timmerman, Eminent Chancellor, on behalf of the faculty of the Edwards School of Business, I present to you these scholars and ask that you confer on them the Certificate in Entrepreneurship. I present to you Mercedes Rianne Prosofsky, Eminent Chancellor, on behalf of the faculty of the Edwards School of Business, I present to you these scholars and ask that you will confer on them the Certificate in Indigenous Business Administration. I present to you Shaylin Diana Rose Bear, Kirsten Carmen Tail Daniels Masakepo, Eminent Chancellor, on behalf of the faculty of the Edwards School of Business, I present to you these scholars and ask that you will confer on them the degree of Bachelor of Commerce. I present to you Calvin Bangtilan Ababua, Mohammed Summer Abbas, Haley Raquel Acus, Jean-Paul Passiona Aguinaldo, Talal Ahmad, Manur Ahmed, Tyler Allman, Afia Amir, Anera Cecile Mary Arkan, Eric Dean Osman, Amadou Ba. Michaela Bakken with distinction. Luigi Miguel Barinavo. Jack Constantine Bateman. Hazel Ann Redondo Bautista. Asher Newman Beatty. Grace Patricia Lease Becker. Carter Benelick. Hadley Leland Benson. Nathaniel Douglas Bentham. Nate Perpick Bergen. Janae Lynn Bershaminski. Connor Eric Bevins with distinction. Daniel William Binney. Sarah Bissell with distinction. Eric Bjarnason. Brady Joseph Blondo. Alexandria Danica Boss with distinction. Danae Rain Bothor. Cassidy Boychuk. Kira Elena Brackock. Ty Richie Braid. Matthew Joseph Brecht with distinction. Kyle Lloyd William Brewer. Levi Joseph Brosart. Carter Ray Budd. Nicholas Calabria. Julian David Cateron. Legary Stefan Karin. Michaela Dorian Carlson. Kane Riley Charnstrom with distinction. Luke Joseph Chatlin with great distinction. Min Gai Chow with great distinction. Alex Beirut Chen. Sophie Yongche Chen. Skylar Nicholas Chen. Emerson Garnett Chorney. Mariella Kirsten Clarion. Ori Clark. Owen Frank Clark with great distinction. Selena Brianne Clark Robertson with distinction. Caitlin Jane Smuck. Coy Bradley Cobb with distinction. Jackson Allen Connolly. Samuel Liam Corrins with distinction. Kai Dia Dan Cousins. Luke Alexander Crane Ross. Julian Miguel Raimondo Cruz. Ashley Paige Sear. Rima Daniali. Delvin Davis with great distinction. Dawson Adam Deck with honors. Jacob Daniel Deanna. Jordan Matthew DeLorme. Mawoot Kerr Dang. Tarek Stephen Deal. Adam Jane Demeterko, with distinction. Rylan Dobson. Marianne Andrea Santa Ana Dalcabo. Deanna Lee Depker, with great distinction. Austin Lane Draca. Anthony Jackson Duperrier. Claire Jerry Durand, with great distinction. Jonah Thomas Engel, with distinction. Aidan Kenton England. Tanner Dalton Enns, with great distinction. Zoya Faisal. Thank you. No, that's Ram Wyerger Felipe, with distinction. Nihal Alfardos. Bryden Cole Ferguson. Maria Abreu Ferrari. Olivia Margaret Fitzsimmons. Austin John Flaman. Kayla Ariel Flaman, with distinction. Natalie Doyle Fleming. Megan Grace Froese. Neha Gamher. Jarrett John Gartner. Catherine Gabriela Garzona Mendoza. Aidan Gatsky, with great distinction. Rhett Connor Genest, with distinction. Brooklyn Bernice George. Skylar Faye Gurman, with distinction. Ilich Garamandani. Dawson Mitchell Gibson. Bryn Ann Giddings, with great distinction. Anvir K. Gill with distinction. Cade Andrew Gitman. Jake Glasgow with distinction. Ezro Diego Gomenton. Kate Mary Faye Goranson. Lena Gorgis. Rami Gorgis. Brooke Amara Bordeaux. Shruti Goyal. Kaylee Morgan Granger. Nicholas Morgan Gurn with distinction.
Hannah Haggerty. Ali Hader. Chase Glenn Hamilton. Roberta Marie Hunson. Bridget Vivian Hardy. Hayden Hako. Oh, with distinction, my bad. Lucas Jake Harvey. Dusty Hattem. Kaylin Carol Hawaluk. Abby Lee Haywood. Benjamin Frederick Heel with great distinction. Hallie Guerra Herback. Nicole Elizabeth Hussein. Kelly Z. Link Huan with great distinction. Christopher Leo Hudek. Emmett Anthony Hundabai with great distinction. Dakota Robert Herman. Skylar David Hagen. Rabil Isa. Brielle James. Vidi Kalpesh Jungla with distinction. Carter Jennings. Michaela Jensen with distinction. Rocco James Jordan. Elijah Eric Kallstrom. Alexa Natalie Kendall with distinction. Kanan John Kendall with great distinction. Adam Kohn. Zainab Khan. Nadia Kedane. Ashley Grace Kidney. Grace Carol Kifa with great distinction. Ms. Ghana Ryan Lee Kilo with distinction. Colby Kimball. Jacob Adan Kish. Calvin John Klassen with distinction. Alyssa Claybeck with distinction. Connor James Cook. Ariane James Cook. Sydney Alexandra Corky. Jashwanth Satai Kotha with distinction. Kushki Vipul Kothari. Kalen Edward Kraft. Claire Mackenzie Krivoshen with distinction. Morgan Allen Quansney Bird with distinction. Amaran Stella Marie La Libet. Dawson Derek Lamb with distinction. Nicholas Kenneth Larson. Magiri Alexandra Lee. Morgan Matthew Lee. Ria Douglas Lee. Seth Gillian Lemore with great distinction. Zachary Lepe. Sydney Ann Lester. Peyton Marcus Leckman with high honors and distinction. Jordan Michael Levesque. Luke Levison. Dylan Paul with distinction. Sasha Connie Lebeck with great distinction. Daniel Miguel Liulu. Gabriel Rina Ethel Long. Emma Ann Lorenz. Rafunzel Magad Makadeg with honors. Colin Graham McPherson. Samin Majid. Jared Ian Majoram. Solomon Jude Marco. Emma Theresa Markwood. Jordan Rose Masolier with distinction. Benjamin Martin. Daniel Blair Martin with distinction. Jason Michael Carr McCallum. Riley Ann McCormick. Tegan Elizabeth McDonald with high honors and distinction. Sienna Alexis Mackenzie. Lauren McNeil. Cedric Keith Michelet with great distinction. Dylan Raymond Lee Minor. Hope Ashley Mogensen. Zara Mohammed. Hamdan Youssef Mohammed. Kiaibuka Emmanuel Moyo. Jubilee Monoz. Bryn Allison Nightingale with distinction. Clara Grace Nakohenshi. Amara Jade Indlove. Mi Hien Ingun. Emma Carolyn Rose Nicole. Roberta Yvette Nippy. Mariah Amara Normahud. Marley Anthony Gerard Novansky. Brooklyn Marie Nealon. Peter Omamola Lawa Odelwale Olayemi. Karen McOfsey. Elizabeth Grace Ryan Osman with honors. Anika Jane Ottenbright. Kira Jamie Ottenbright.
Raham Shemuel Ocampo Pabiana. Emma Janelle Parker. Cadence Lauren Pavley. Sandipan Paul. Jackson Joseph Peltier. Chance Petruick. Tan Phuong Pham. Kiera Aiden Pittman. Spencer Lee Pocha with distinction. Alexandru Popa. Nadia Potts. Aditya Prabhu. Kyla Leori Yvonne Pratchler with honors. Shaden Nicholas Prabhushewski. Joel Guy Prefontaine. Caden Alexander Pringle. Victor Puretsky. Mohammed Arslan Kaiser. Ayob Rafid Hamid. Zainub Rahil. Eric Javier Ramirez Erosa. Mary Joyce Ramos. Tori Patricia Rollick. Ali Janae Rollick. Stefan Karl Pabustan Razon. Ethan Jason Renier. Tanner Bradley Reiber. Kersey Dane Reach with distinction. Emmanuel Reinfeld. Alec Callahan Ramey with great distinction. Thomas Allen Revering. Ariana Morgan Richardson. Taylor Nicole Richardson. Ashton Davis Richard. John Riffle. Addison Gray Rowett. Aiden James Wayne Rowe. Sultan Sadat. Rachel Irina Silas Schaefer. Taminder Sanvi. Anna Lauren Sawatsky. Gabrielle Catherine Schaefer. Trinity Dawn Schneider. Rylan James Schomer. Amy Laurel Schultz with honors. Damon Jacob Schwartz. Jonathan Robert Blevins Seaman with distinction. Adia Rose Seitz with distinction. Promi Shen. Hallie Danielle Sarita with great distinction. Nicholas Robert Severin. Atif Shamim with distinction. Navya Prakriti Sharma. Roan Shen with great distinction. Tia Kathleen Shockey. Eric Kost Shergott with distinction. Riley Earl Sloman with great distinction. Preston Paul Slusser. George Juan Summers. Walter Jumin Summers. Yanan Song. Brianne Jade Stadnichuk. Elijah Stewart. Spencer Hudson Stocky. Owen Andrew Sumner. Samantha Dawn Swalm with great distinction. Emmy Alexandra Swanson. Lorinor Tamayo. Freya Rose Elizabeth Taylor with great distinction. Savannah Taylor with distinction. Jagger Blade Tiber. Emma Olivia Grace Tessier with distinction. Nikita Thacker. Van Silas Tong Tung. Destiny Faith Terrace. Riley Lyndon Thibodeau with high honors and great distinction. Jaden Don Thiessen. Boyd Howard Glenn Thunberg. Alina Tooley. Ni Tu Tran with distinction. Benjamin Russell Trudeau with distinction. Hayden Ulrichsen with distinction. Dylan Van Thyn. Krunath Vijaya Kumar with distinction. Ralph Lauren Somito Virtudez. Chen Yu Voon with distinction. Mark Walchuk. Kendall Jane Walker with great distinction. Carter Ryan Walter. Cole William Warden with distinction. Tiana Marilyn Watt with distinction. Rylan Robert Welke. Avery Weaver with great distinction. Bailey Leslie White with great distinction. Maximilian Spencer Eyre Wilkins with high honors and distinction. Carly Alexandra Wider. Colton Yanish. Eminent Chancellor, on behalf of the College of Graduate and Postdoctoral Studies, I present to you these scholars from the Edwards School of Business and ask that you confer on them the degree of Master of Business Administration. I present to you Amelia Anthony. Chanakar Makuch de Simon. Eric Leon Lamontagne.
Eminent Chancellor, on behalf of the faculty of the College of Law, I present to you these scholars and ask that you will confer on them the degree of Juris Doctor. I present to you Alyssa Marie Abramitz. Amber Lorraine Adams, with distinction. David Dennis Arnott. Costas Bach, with distinction. Amit Kumar Bansal. Fatasha T. Barnes. Zachary McLean Baxter. William Kevin Bergen, with distinction. Stephanie Eileen Bernier. Jetta Reese Bilski. Drake Bodie, with great distinction. Christopher Adam Boland. Alicia Marie Bosets. Stephanie Yvonne Bourgeois. Connor Gibson Bradley, with distinction. Priest Catherine Braithwaite. Elka Punesians Brass. Cameron Jacob Braun. Laura Kelly Florence Charquier, with distinction. Chia Hao Chu. Samen Chugaite. Samuel John Clayton, with distinction. Amy Frances Constant. Albertus Isaac Cooper. Kelly Jean Raycross. Brandon Dovin. Joshua Allen Delaney. Veronica Dirkpathier, with distinction. Samantha Emily Dorish, with great distinction. Jennifer Lynn Draper. Janice Marie Duchak, with distinction. Ethan Kendrick Edwards. Ahmed Edasuki. Jenna Loren Ernst. Taylor Alyssa Mackenzie Ernst. Morgan Chantel Mackenzie Farrell. Gabriella Farthing, with distinction. Noah Wessam Fayad. Ethan Jack Fildilek, with distinction. Alexandra Fontaine. Niru Gill. Alexandra Wynne Goldsmith. Avery Hannah Gray, with great distinction. Kason Hayter. Adam Grayson Hendry. Brad Ethan Heskin, with great distinction. Andy Jean Heidelbaugh, with distinction. Lauren Christine Nicole Hill, with distinction. Sarah Ashley Hogue. Nicholas Dean Edward Holroyd. Anna Holt. Oliver Byron James Horner. Ethan Douglas Hoope. Joy Nicole Afonso Innes. Okay. Julian Angelo Venley. William Rose Jewett, with distinction. Brandon Robert Johnson. Quincy Jacob William Johnson. Tahoe Jame. Vereen Judge. Edward Sangram Kim. Ashley Jean King with great distinction. Jillian April Anderson Clausen. Cassandra Joanne Konzaleski. Kathleen Conkin. Vienna Mary Koschuk. Logan Scott Croker. Amy Marie Lalonde. Maxwell Gordon Lee with distinction. Natasha Lorena Lee. Michael Robert Antonio Letts with distinction. Ethan Lynn with distinction. Natasha Katrina Lees. Alkida Luca with distinction. Natalie Catherine Marone. Taryn Ray McGarry. Terry Lynn Maria Mitchell with distinction. Morgan Brandley Alexandra Morin. Oliver Norris Munn. Mary Ava Mysak. Abdullah Naveed with distinction. Sydney Neufeld. Vanessa Deanna Panku with great distinction. Trayton Rain Pernitsky with distinction. Colton John Burton Podgorski. Camille Joseph Prespliorka. Megan Autumn Roche. Ravleen Saini. Arthur Glenn Schuler. Evan Arthur Schultz. Grace Lola Semko with distinction. Paradeep Singh Sidhu. Tiffany Sichu. Tia Mackenzie Soderland. Quan Tang. Joshua Anthony John Thorson with distinction. Shajib Kaur Tour with distinction. Laura Victoria Underwood with distinction. Molly Rebecca Chamberlain Waldman. Rebecca Jane White. Brooklyn Dawn Willick. Alexa Alyn Wisner with distinction. Alexander Cass Whitus. Brock Michael Wormsrow. Jarrett Ross Young with distinction. Alice Zhen Yu Zhang. Eminent Chancellor, on behalf of the Faculty of Graduate and Postdoctoral Studies, I present to you this scholar from the College of Law and ask that you will confer on her the degree of Master of Laws. I present to you Oladi Ole Abiyam. Thank you. Please join me in congratulating these graduates on their certificates and degrees.
Eminent Chancellor, in the name of the Council, I ask you to grant the degrees, diplomas, and certificates in absentia to those students who have met the requirements to graduate, but were not able to be present today.
At the request of the Council, I authorize these degrees, diplomas, and certificates to be granted.
Convocation is a celebratory time, of course, and we have 2 student awards to give out as well. So I'd like to invite Dean Keith Willoughby to the podium to present the Goodspeed Award.
Eminent Chancellor, President Bruni Bossio, distinguished guests, and all Convocation participants, I am pleased to present the Goodspeed Award offered to the most distinguished BCom graduate. The Spring 2026 Convocation Award winner is Bailey White. With a cumulative average resembling an FM radio frequency, Bailey is graduating today with a BCom in accounting and a minor in international business. Bailey grew up in the community of Davidson, Saskatchewan. She attended Davidson School, go Raiders, from kindergarten to grade 12, where she graduated as one of 21 students in her class. And get this, she finished high school with the highest average, not just in her class of 21, but with the highest average in the entire 100-year-plus history of Davidson School. Say to Dr. Al-Khatib, we're doubling down on Davidson dominance today, so well done. Throughout her studies at the Edwards School of Business, she received 14 different scholarships and awards. Now, I could talk in detail about each of the awards she's received, but the Saskatchewan Roughriders begin defense of the Grey Cup Championship in 10 days. So let's hit the highlights. Dean's Honor Roll, Edwards Undergraduate Scholarship, M&P Accounting Scholarship, and the Edwards Dean Circle Enhance and Innovate Award. Now, Hollywood could try to convince us that Ben Affleck is the representation of the cool accountant, but he's nothing compared to Bailey White. Beyond academics, Bailey was active within the Edwards community as the president of the Accounting Club of Edwards, a JDC West accounting delegate, and a buddy through the USask Buddy Exchange student program. Throughout part of her studies, Bailey spent them in Liverpool, England. And while there, she became a huge supporter of Liverpool FC, also proudly cheering for the Edmonton Oilers, despite this year's playoff hiccup, the Toronto Raptors, and the Toronto Blue Jays. Her first accounting class in the Edwards School of Business sparked a change in her career path. She's graduating today, but here's the great news. Bailey is continuing her University of Saskatchewan involvement by enrolling in the MPAC program with future plans to obtain her CPA designation. Bailey is driven by the desire to make the world a better place by helping to prevent fraud and ensure justice. Now, how does she do that? After MPAC, Bailey will begin her career with M&P as she works towards her goal of becoming a forensic accountant. Eminent Chancellor, President Bruni Bossio, the University of Saskatchewan talks about, among other priorities, boundless collaboration and building inspired communities. Bailey's efforts as an academic and a practicing professional superbly demonstrate both. Please join with me in congratulating Bailey White, an absolutely stellar example of academic excellence coupled with professional expertise and community engagement.
Thank you, Dean Willoughby. I'd like to now invite our Dean, Martin Phillipson, to present the Law Society of Saskatchewan Gold Medal. And just a note, Dean Phillipson, one of our longest-serving deans, is leaving the deanship this year, so this will be his last convocation. So thank you very much for your years of leadership in the role as dean.
Eminent Chancellor, President Bruni Bossio, graduates, families, friends, and honored guests here today. It's my great pleasure to present the 2026 Law Society of Saskatchewan Gold Medal for the most distinguished graduate in law to Brad Heskin. Brad Heskin was born and raised in Yorkton, Saskatchewan. He completed his undergraduate studies and degree in political studies at the University of Saskatchewan before attending law school. During law school, he developed a strong interest in advocacy and litigation, and especially enjoyed opportunities to build his oral advocacy skills through competitive mooting. One of the highlights of his law school experience was competing in the Alaskan Moot, where he ranked very highly in the overall oralist category. I had the pleasure of Brad working with me as a member of the Saskatchewan Law Review editorial board. This legal journal, published by the College of Law, is managed by a select group of student editors. As many of you know, only students at the top of their class are invited to apply to serve on the board. While serving on the board, Brad had the opportunity to engage with legal scholarship and contribute to the publication process. The ethos of the College of Law is lawyer as public servant, and I have no doubt whatsoever that Brad is the epitome and will be the epitome of lawyer as public servant. He is kind, he's humble, and he's generous, all the sorts of attributes that we need in the legal profession. Brad wants to extend his gratitude to his friends, family, classmates, and the faculty at the College of Law for their support throughout his studies. Following graduation, Brad will be articling with MLT Aikens, LLP, and plans to pursue a career in litigation. Again, congratulations to Brad Heskin.
Well, I didn't have it on my bingo card that law would be one of the rowdiest groups here at Convocation, so congratulations on that. I should have seen that coming. Okay, I'd like to now invite our Vice President, University Relations, Kim Kroll-Goodwin, to the podium to introduce a video message from our alumni.
To our graduates, today you receive your degree from the University of Saskatchewan. This parchment represents the hours of effort, determination, and growth that brought you here. It marks both what you've achieved and the possibilities that lie ahead. Congratulations, you have earned every moment of this day. It is my pleasure to officially welcome you into the USask alumni community. Today, you join a network of more than 180,000 graduates living and working around the world. Wherever your next chapter takes you, I know you will make a meaningful impact in your work and in your communities, and you will continue to be what the world needs. Now please enjoy this short video, a warm welcome from USask alumni to you, our newest members. We are so proud to call you our own.
I'd like to now invite our Chancellor to provide his concluding remarks on the proceedings today.
Thank you, Julian. This actually officially marks the end of our convocation ceremony. There are many people to thank who made this convocation ceremony possible, including our vocalist, Brandy Turin, our drum group, Whitefish Juniors, for performing today's graduate entry song, our elders and knowledge keepers, and the convocation planning team, which consists of people from the University Events team, Registrar's Office, Governance Office, and all others wearing headsets running around. They made this possible, and we sincerely thank them. I also want to thank, on behalf of President Vince Bruni-Bossio and myself, Dean Martin Phillipson for his great service to the University of Saskatchewan and the College of Law. Dean Phillipson, it was a long time ago. We were at law school at the same time. Keith, you're pretty good too. We don't want to forget about you. So, I also want to acknowledge again Dr. El-Khatib. What an absolute honor to be here, to be part of this ceremony for a very deserving recipient. Dr. El-Khatib, thank you again for your inspiring words today. Much appreciated. As importantly, all of those thank yous, I want to extend my congratulations to our graduates and acknowledge your hard work. Earning a degree, a diploma, or a certificate is no small feat. It requires dedication, perseverance, and sacrifice. The education that you've received from the University of Saskatchewan has equipped you to meet the future and its challenges head on. The world needs your ideas, your energy, and your leadership. You are the future of our province, our country, and the world. And as you look back on your time at USask, I hope you feel proud of what you've learned and the person you've become. These experiences will stay with you as you step into that next chapter of your life. Congratulations on your remarkable achievement. As we conclude today's event, please remain seated until the platform party has exited the stage. Thank you, everyone, and have a wonderful day.